Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Either way, I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are going to be making one of my family's favorite meals, meatballs and gravy. I used to make my meatballs in red sauce, but we got tired of that, so I started making them in gravy instead. And it has quickly become one of my weekly go-to meals. As you can see, I am just preparing the breadcrumb mixture so that it can sit and absorb all of the milk and spices before I add in the meat. If you prefer, you can use water or beef broth instead. I will link the original recipe down below. While I'm waiting on the breadcrumb mixture, I wanted to quickly tidy up the kitchen.
Okay, now that our breadcrumb mixture has had a chance to soak up all of the milk, the egg, and the seasonings, we are going to now mix the meatballs. So I went ahead and purchased just under 3 pounds of extra lean ground beef. You could use whatever you want. You could probably use ground turkey or ground chicken. I prefer the beef. I'm just gonna open it up and just dump all of them in here. Yes, I wear gloves because, like I said before, I just get grossed out touching meat, cleaning it, preparing it, everything. So I use gloves, and it's easier to clean up too. Now, I did leave the meat out on the counter for about a half an hour while the breadcrumbs soaked up all of the seasonings and the milk, so that's just a little bit easier to incorporate and you're not working the meat as much. So just gently fold in all the breadcrumb mixture into the meat. Just be careful not to overmix, or then it becomes tough. Now, I'm sure you noticed when I was preparing the seasonings for the meatball mixture, I used onion powder and garlic powder. You could, if you wanted, use fresh onion and fresh garlic. I don't like the taste of raw onion in meatballs or meatloaf, so if I had more time, I would have probably cut up a small onion, sauteed it until it was soft in some olive oil and some butter, and then threw it in here along with the garlic. I don't like the raw taste of meat. Sorry, the raw taste of onions in a meatball mixture. Hamburgers, it's the same. I use onion powder and garlic powder. There's the mixture. Now we're going to form our meatballs. I like to use an ice cream scoop to scoop out the meatballs and have a nice portion size. I'm going to say it's about a tablespoon size, slightly bigger, but not much. So I'll spray it with some non-stick cooking spray, and I like to scoop them all out on parchment paper and then roll. It's just a lot easier than having to scoop, roll, and it's also cleaner. So I just get them out on the parchment paper like this, and then I'll roll them when they're all done. The meatballs are all rolled and ready to go into the oven. The recipe made 46 meatballs. So the recipe calls for you to pan fry them just to sear them a little bit. But what I do is I actually put them under the broiler for about 5 to 7 minutes, and it does the same job without the oil and the smoke and the smell and everything else that goes with pan frying. So let's get them into the oven. Here is all the ingredients you are going to need to make the gravy for the meatballs. I will leave the original recipe in the description box down below. I am omitting the onion powder and the garlic powder instead I'm using fresh. So I cut up a little bit extra onion, and then I'm also using about 3 garlic cloves for the gravy. Once all the meatballs are transferred into the gravy, you can let them simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes on medium-low, and you can serve this on a bed of rice or mashed potatoes. Both options are delicious. Enjoy.